All right, we're back here at Charleston Speedway tonight. We're with Jerrad Krick, driver of the 99 Street Stock. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm 49 years old. I've been racing for 25 years. I'm hometown Earl Park, Indiana. Boswell's where I got my start racing at Old Henry Speedway. Raced at Danville. Raced, I think my first race down here was probably 2007. Been coming down here since.
Out of all your years of racing, what would you say is probably your favorite track you've ever raced? I know that's hard to do, and you hate dissing on anybody, but no, just that one track where every time you go in, you feel good.
A little biased, but Boswell was probably my favorite racetrack there ever was. Danville, but they're no longer in existence. I'd have to say Charleston's probably my next one. Just, I don't know, just you roll out on the racetrack and everything seems to go your way a lot of times.
Yep. What is your favorite racing memory? Because I know I'd love to do a longer interview with you where we pick your brain on history. Because, I mean, you've raced 25 years around this area and been really solid for 25 years. To love and just pick your memory on a lot of stuff. But what would you say your favorite racing memory is?
Winning the Hubert Memorial, that's right up there at the top. But I don't know, it's tough between that and coming back and winning my 4th national title here a couple years ago and finally getting that fall national win that's always slipped through my fingers.
Oh, yeah. How are you feeling about tonight with the group of cars we'll have here?
I'm feeling pretty good. Hopefully, we weren't quite where we needed to be last night when we went home and did some work to it. So hopefully we're a little better tonight here.
Yeah, I had a similar experience last night myself, but I've always struggled to run the bottom here in a Hornet car for some odd reason. And
you got a little slickery last night.
It got a little slickery there towards the end of the night. And so what would you say is probably your least favorite memory or something that happened about racing that, you know, a disappointing night, disappointing year, something in the disappointment world?
Oh, I don't know, probably some championships that slipped through my fingers. I'd have to go back and look at the dates. I'm not real sure on the dates of them, but it's been some years I thought I had championship one and then come down to the end like Hartford, probably Hartford the last night, lost it.
Do you know how many feature wins you have?
No, not off the top of my head.
You don't?
A bunch.
A bunch? I was saying, I ain't going to ask about heats because that'd be even more so, I would imagine.
Over a couple hundred anyway.
All right. How many national championships have you had?
4.
4 national championships? All in street stock, right?
Yes. I've started in a Midwest modified, and they did away with that class, so I ended up in I don't know what we were called a road warrior back then, but everything transitions into what I'm racing now, street stock basically. I ran a UMP modified for a couple years, but just couldn't quite fund that.
All right. Well, that kind of leads into the perfect question then. Let's say some race fan passes away, which I don't want that, and you inherit, and they want to leave you $1 million, but you got to spend it on racing. What are you doing?
I think at this point in my career, I'd want to revive the Old Henry Speedway for my home track racing.
You'd own a track?
No, well, or be partners with
somebody
and help revive it with the money.
I'll say, most drivers don't want to be promoters, but
no, I don't think I'd want to be a promoter. I wouldn't mind helping with a track on the background a little bit.
Be in the background, help fund it,
yeah.
Definitely make improvements to it. Oh, that's definitely, because I've had a lot of different answers on that. Sonny, oddly enough, said he'd put a wall up in the corners, which, how do you feel about that at Charleston? Do you think it would change the character?
On the bottom of it?
No, up on top.
Oh.
He'd put a wall around the outside on the corners.
Yeah, I don't know. I like it doesn't have a wall because I'm not that precise on running 8-9 inches away from the wall or throwing sparks on the wall. I like it here. You got a little forgiveness.
Yeah, I'm torn on that because I've raced some tracks where sometimes having that little berm up there even helps us. But then there's a part of me that's like, I'm also not very patient at times, and I have a tendency to use the wall, and I shouldn't.
Yeah. I know they did that at Kankakee in 1 and 2. It didn't have a wall, and they put one there to help keep the dirt from getting thrown out of the racetrack and build a cushion up there.
Ah.
was their thoughts of that, and parking. You could park closer to the track and be safe down there.
Do you have any sponsors or folks you want to shout out and say thank you to? And
Yeah, I got a ton of sponsors. I got Mike Alsop Chevrolet, Mike Alsop Racing, Bullet Chassis, Poland Designs, All Star Performance, Row Truck Equipment, R&P Goodman Trucking, Hasser Trucking, J&L Albertson Trucking, Taylor Transmissions. I know I'm forgetting a few there, but that's most of them there.
well, that ain't a bad list.
Yeah.
I'm definitely a little jealous.
Willie's Carbon Dyno, Wild X Graphics, GM Performance. Obviously, I run a crate engine.
Well, I know it's been a pleasure watching you over the years. I've had a couple folks in here recently. I had Ryan Taylor in here with me, and we got to talking a little bit about back in the day watching you guys, because a lot of us, I shouldn't say grow up, I'm actually older than you, which, man, damn, I am getting old. But when I first got into racing, I was running Charleston and running Danville, and a lot of us, I remember going and watching you guys and was just always in awe of how good you guys drove, how competitive it was. And so, I mean, there's been a lot of folks you've influenced over the years, obviously, and you got quite a few fans out there, I have a feeling. And so I appreciate you getting in with us tonight and definitely letting us film.
If it wasn't for Lee J, that's who got me started in racing. When I was a kid, he was racing clear back in '90.
Yeah.
And we used to go help him. That was back when it was asphalt. And actually, that's where my first car came from. I bought it from him.
Yeah, he had it seems like a lot of people we put in here, there's a lot of fingers that come off from Lee J. So
yeah, he was a good man.
Very good man. So, well, I appreciate it. Wish you the best of luck tonight, always and in the future. I do have one more question I better ask. What are your plans for next year?
Oh, probably this same thing. Maybe slow down a little bit and not race quite as many nights, but still in the street stock and just doing the same thing pretty much.
All right. Well, like I said, appreciate it. Wish you the best of luck tonight, and congratulations on another solid year. And we'll see what happens. We got a field of cars here tonight. So.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good one, I hope.